the panel on the desk. On my extreme left is Dr. Jagga. Many of you are aware of her. She's an author in the English department here, head of that, and now she is at the Shoolini University as Dean of Liberal Arts. Then we have Dr. Ashu Khosla. She is a trustee and director of our e-learning at Shoolini University, and both of them are co-hosts of the Shoolini Literature Festival. So this is the third edition of Shoolini Literature Festival. And we have Mr. Vivek Atre, needs no introduction at all, so I will not go beyond that. And we have Sharma. She is the head of Novel Bunch. That's the association that is associating with Shoolini Lit Fest. So I will straight away hand over the mic to carry on.
Conducting several online sessions with various authors, writers, academicians, and they got so popular, they were viewed so highly that one fine evening, and I was in Abu Dhabi, Manju calls me and said, can we do a Lit Fest? And I am an author myself and a lover of literature, and I actually didn't even take a second to say yes. And it was easy for us to do the first edition, which was all online. But right from the word go, we believed in quality. So we worked very hard to bring the best of the authors, even when the first edition was online. The second, we made a little bit of progress, and it was a hybrid literature festival. We had a lot of writers come to our campus, and some joined us online. And the theme, in fact, for the last year's Lit Fest was One World, Many Themes. And so we had a lot of international participation because we had the advantage of online. This is going to be our first on-campus, completely physical edition of the Literature Festival, and we are very, very excited, and we are here to tell you more about it. So I'm going to hand it over to Manju, who's going to tell you more about what we have in store this time.
Good afternoon, everyone. I must tell you that the genesis of Shoolini Literature Festival is actually in Chandigarh. Because many years ago, I think it was 2009, when I was the chairperson of the Chandigarh Sahitya Academy, we started literature festivals in Chandigarh. Before that, there was nothing. There were no literature festivals out here. Yes, there were sporadic seminars and so on in academic institutions, but we are the ones who started literature festivals, and then it just caught on, the fad caught on, and there were so many societies that came up, and everybody had the first literature festival, and which is a good thing. Now, when I joined Shoolini 3 years ago, I felt that this is a place which is idyllic for the discussion of literature, and Ashu has just told you how we thought about it and went ahead with it. So what we are trying to do is, we see so many literature festivals which are actually Bollywood festivals. We don't want to do something like that. We want to focus on literature because there's no idea, I feel there's no idea, you may disagree or disagree, there's no idea having a literature festival and then calling Bollywood celebrities whom you have to pay through your nose. You might as well bring some jhola carrying writer who's still struggling to make money with his first book, second book, third book or whatever, and give that person prominence. So this is a celebration of literature, and we invite all of you to join us and be part of it. Thank you.
You can give some highlights of the speaker there.
Yeah. We have Ruskin Bond, who's going to inaugurate the Literature Festival. He is too old to come in person, so he's joining online. We also have Chitra Divakaruni, who is in the Bay Area, San Francisco. And because she's so far removed in space, so she will be joining online. But the rest are all coming in person. And none other than Mahesh Dattani is going to be there. And yes, we do have some people associated with Bollywood. For instance, Karan Oberoi is associated with the silver screen, small screen, and so on. But he's coming as a writer, and we are not paying through our nose, by the way. So most of the writers who are coming, they have written something, and they will provide you some intellectual fodder, some food for thought. So once again, join us, please.
So just to add to some of the big names that are coming, Like we said, we are not paying for the Bollywood celebrities, but there is another person who's coming from Bollywood. His name is Rajshekhar. He's a lyricist. But before being a lyricist, he's a poet, a published poet, and his name is Rajshekhar. You might remember him from the movies Tanu and Weds Manu and Udi, Veere the Wedding. So he's written lyrics for all of them. But we are inviting him to recite his own original poetry, which he does in style. So he has a guitarist who's coming with him, and we are really looking forward to the session. We also have Rajshri Deshpande, who's an actor. But she's also very involved in women empowerment and also is a social activist. We have Atika Chauhan, a script writer. Again, she's a published author and has scripted films which are very, very close to the cause of feminism. And she has written scripts for Chapak and Margarita with a Straw. So you might have heard of these films. So they are coming and they are talking about representation of women in contemporary literature. And when we say literature these days, we have to include screen, because a lot of consumption of literature is now through the visual medium. So these are some of the people, and we have we kind of look at catering to different kind of audiences. We bring in a lot of school children. So I always tell when we approach our authors also that this is a festival with a difference. One is our advantage is our location, which is a wonderful location. We have had requests of artists writers who want to stay back on campus and write. So we want to build a place where people can come in and get inspired. We want our students to get inspired. I think because we are in university prominently, so our function is to educate kids. And what better way than to expose them to various things. We have Vipin here who's heading our journalism department, and we want his students to come and meet these authors in person and understand how an event is conducted, how interviews are conducted, and what better than to be a part of this festival as well. We have student volunteers who kind of are so excited about the whole thing, so that is a learning itself. We invite a lot of neighboring schools, and we have many sessions for them as well, storytelling, and we have professional storytellers who come and engage with these students. A lot of our clubs on campus are very actively involved. So if there is a panel, say, which is related to, script writing, we'll have a lot of journalism students who are, and we also are planning a couple of panels where students will be a part of the panels, and they'll be putting the questions to these authors, right? So now I want to also announce here that we are very excited this year to have a partnership with Novel Bunch, and we have Vivek and Saguna here on stage with us. Idea is to, increase the cooperation in this areas, have like-minded people come together and, synergize, bring together what their advantages are to create a big lit fest in this region, which becomes one of the most coveted ones, and like Manju said, but a serious one where people come for the love of writing. So I'm going to hand it over to Saguna and Vivek to tell us more about Novel Bunch and their association with Shoolini University.
Thank you, friends. आशु मैम और मंजू मैम ने ऑलरेडी आपको काफ़ी अच्छे से ब्रीफ कर दिया है. आज मेरा हिंदी में बोलने का मन कर रहा है, तो प्लीज फॉरगिव मी. बिफोर आई टॉक अबाउट नॉवल बंच, एक्चुअली इंट्रोडक्शन में विपिन जी एक चीज़ बोल देते तो भी ठीक रहता, लेकिन नहीं भी बोला तो भी ठीक है. शूलिनी यूनिवर्सिटी का मैं एडवाइज़र हूँ. शूलिनी यूनिवर्सिटी में मैं प्रोफेसर हूँ और मैं इस शूलिनी फैमिली का पार्ट हूँ. तो मैं जो यहाँ बैठा हूँ ज़्यादा शूलिनी की तरफ से बैठा हूँ, थोड़ा सा नॉवल बंच की तरफ से भी बैठा हूँ. दूसरी बात ये कि जो शूलिनी की जो क्वालिटी है, द रीज़न व्हाई आई एम पार्ट ऑफ शूलिनी, जस्ट टू मेंशन इट इन अ मिनट, इज़ द पीपल अराउंड. ये जो आशु मैम, मंजू मैम, विपिन सर, आशीष सर, निष्ठा मैम, सीजे सर, और भी कोई हैं अभी यहाँ पे शूलिनी से, मतलब Josh, there was a brand called Josh. So basically the people involved are discerning and of a kind of quality that attracts people like me to be there. That's a fact. दूसरी बात ये कि ये जो लिटफेस्ट की बात है, सब कोई एक डिबेट चला किसी न्यूज़पेपर में, आप में से शायद एक जर्नलिस्ट उस न्यूज़पेपर से होंगे ज़रूर, मुझे पता नहीं है कि इतने सारे लिट फेस्ट क्यों हो रहे हैं और होने चाहिए या नहीं होने चाहिए। तो मैं ये कहता हूँ कि इतने सारे झगड़े जो हो रहे हैं उनसे अच्छा तो लिट फेस्ट ही हो रहे हैं। इतनी ज़्यादा जो रैलीज हो रही हैं उनसे अच्छा, या एक्सीडेंट हो रहे हैं या कुछ भी हो रहा है, तो ये एक फील गुड फैक्टर होता है सोसाइटी में, जो लिटरेरी एक्टिविटीज़, म्यूजिकल एक्टिविटीज़, स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज़, दीज आर द काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग्स दैट सोसाइटी नीड्स टू फोकस अपॉन। तो हम अगर लिट फेस्ट हर हफ्ते भी एक अटेंड कर लें तो हमारा मूड भी अच्छा रहेगा और हम भी अच्छे रहेंगे।